for the last 10 seconds, I heard the klaxon to say,
crazy.
It's going to be over. And I remember squeezing away absolutely every bit of might I had.
He's always kind of here, flicking this, and just pinging them. Let's talk about the crazy man.
Massive pickups and slams.
Feels a bit heavy. He's put a bit of timber on since the last couple of weeks.
Welcome to Tom Aspinall's Fight Lab. I'm Adam Catterall. Pleasure as always to be in your company. The heavyweight champion of the world is here, the one and only Mr. Tom Aspinall. And look who else has come to join us, Mr. Paul Craig. Apt, seeing as that we're talking about the light heavyweight championship of the world, and this fella is the only man walking the planet right now that's got a win over the current UFC light heavyweight champion. Here is your UFC 320 breakdown. Right, boys. Obviously, we've got a fantastic main event at UFC 320, but before we get stuck into that, let's talk about you, mate.
Yes,
we haven't seen you, obviously, since you decided to call time.
Yep.
What's the emotions like now the dust has settled?
At the moment, they were all over the place, and everybody was so lovely to me. And that made me even more emotional. And then all the lovely messages started coming in the next few days, so I spent that weekend in tears, but it was nice. It was a nice experience. And I'm glad I saved my retirement for Paris.
Mate, what a career, eh? I mean, there's only Mr. Bisping and Mr. Pearson that have appeared in a UFC octagon more times as British fighters. You're number one when it comes to Scottish fighters, mate.
Thanks.
I mean, that's some ride, isn't it?
There's no many Scottish guys there, and at the time when I joined the UFC, I was kind of paving the way for the next generation of Scottish mixed martial artists.
Yeah.
That's what I'm happy with. The legacy that I've left behind, really happy with that.
Well done, mate.
Thanks so much.
Sensational career, super entertaining, and hopefully this is going to be super entertaining as well. We've got a fantastic title fight on here. Obviously, the rematch, an immediate rematch. I'll give you some stats on immediate rematches a little bit later on. But what do you make of it?
You love a stat, don't you?
Mate,
Absolutely love it.
It's the only thing I can add to the show, pal.
I really enjoyed the first fight. I really enjoyed the first fight. I think the thing with Alex Pereira is he has done really well with the skill set that he's got. Very dangerous striker. Great with the calf kick, great with the distance control, great with the left hook, very powerful striker. I think the matchups were quite favourable to him up until this point. I think the threat that Ankalaev brings in, him being a southpaw, him controlling the range really well, and him just with the threat of the takedowns, even in the first fight, we didn't really see him really go for the takedowns too much, but I think just the threat being there, I think stylistically, he's a bad matchup for Pereira, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does it again, in my opinion.
That leads me on nicely to my stat, mate.
OK, go on.
Obviously, in the UFC history, we've had a lot of immediate rematches. I think we've had about 15, 16 immediate rematches. It's only happened on, I think, 4 occasions where in the immediate rematch, you've had the flip, so the champion's managed to regain his belt once again. Obviously, he's been in one before at middleweight, hasn't he, against Izzy, and Izzy ended up regaining his belt on that particular occasion. It didn't go his way that night. Do you want to show us how it looks stylistically for people that are tuning into the show?
Paul's the man who's been in. I can
Go
give you
for
a
it,
go.
gentlemen.
I'll give you a. You let me know, Paul, if you think it's anything like him. I think, well, he's a southpaw, so what he does really well.
So you
is, yeah, I'm going to be Ankalaev. So what he does really well, this is something that the commentators and people don't seem to mention a lot, is he always gets his feet in the right place. He's very rarely square on, which would be setting him up for this big left hook. In the first fight, he was constantly here. And something that he does super well is his octagon control. So you won't really see him throwing many strikes from out in the open. When his opponent's back is against the fence, that's when he'll start to dip in between here, and going with the strikes and dipping and with his push kicks and all that kind of stuff. I think something that's really underestimated with Ankalaev, and feel free to say, tell me if I'm wrong here, Paul, because you've obviously fought him, is he knows when to set things up properly. Like, he does the right things, is what I'm trying to say. He doesn't do anything at the wrong time.
I think it's his striking's a bit unorthodox. Not a lot of crisp, nice straight shots. They're all looping. And I think that's how he finds his angles to land these massive shots. And especially in the fight against the last time, he landed heavy. And I think it's the looping shots as opposed to just straight shots down the middle.
Right, this is what we were just touching on, is look, when he's in the centre of the cage, he doesn't do a whole lot. This is the, like, MMA nerdy kind of stuff that I absolutely love. is like, his forward pressure, he's going this way. His foot, he's going outside the orthodox foot constantly until his opponent's back. See, from here, he won't throw too many strikes because he's still got this fair distance here. His opponent's back on the fence. When the opponent starts to get closer to the fence, that's when he'll dip and start throwing the looping shots, the push kicks down the middle and stuff like that. So this is all just kind of finding his range till his opponent gets his back close to the fence. Now look, as he gets closer, he starts to throw a little bit more, starts to fake a little bit more, starts to dip a little bit more and stuff like that. Not a lot of his work is done in the centre of the cage, really. There we go with the looping shots. Oof. What was he like, Paul, strength-wise? Like when you tied up with him and stuff?
He was very strong. That was something we did notice. We expect that, you know, I think somebody with that wrestling background are going to have that ability to squeeze and that ability to manhandle, and he was very good at that. But what I was very surprised with was how quick his footwork was. As you were saying, keeping that opponent moving into his backhand because he's looking to land the looping backhands.
His distance control is very good.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's really disciplined with his control and his hand position and everything. Like, his discipline's really, really good. His fight IQ's really high.
Heavy hands. That backhand he has is very heavy. So when you're stepping in, he's looking to land it, boom, and that's where he's getting these knockdowns from.
Oh, God.
We can't leave talking about Ankalaev without talking about that.
The one.
Yes.
We have to talk about that, don't we, man?
Yep. It's
one of those moments that will live forever with anybody that was there that night.
Yep. It's a victory that it ages so well. With a record at 21, 1-1, it's impressive. You've got to give the man credit. But that one loss is to myself, regardless of if it was the first second or the last second. A victory is a victory, and I'm going to dine out in that the rest of my life.
Play it, man. Play it.
Let's get it on.
Because I was there that night, and it was...
Where was it, this fight?
London.
London.
Listen,
I was there. I was there for the fight.
This was rough for 14 minutes.
It was. 14 minutes and 50 seconds, I believe. For the last 10 seconds, I heard the klaxon to say
crazy.
It's going to be over. And I remember squeezing with absolutely every bit of might I had.
Look at you. Look at you.
A young whippersnapper at the time.
And am I right to say that this was your last fight on the contract
It
as
was.
well? Yeah.
I was coming off with 2 losses. I lost to Khalil Roundtree and I lost to Tyson Pedro. So I was still trying to cut my teeth at this point.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Very inexperienced. And then the UFC decide, we've got this up-and-coming guy, probably never heard of him, probably not make much of his career, Ankalaev. And I remember standing back before we walked out, and the commentators are saying his history of how he got to the point where he is. And there were so many champions, champion of Master of Combat, champion of this, and there was just all these different, and I remember looking at my coach, and my coach goes, "It's fine." And I'm thinking, "You're not fine, this guy." And as you said, for almost 14 minutes, he imposed his will on me. He was very explosive, very strong. I remember at one point, he picked me up in a wrestling takedown, and he sat me down like a father lying down a baby to bed. And I remember thinking, I can't do anything about this. So it was one of the hardest opponents I've ever had to face. He had a hole in my jaw, like underneath my chin, where he had clocked me. He'd fractured ribs. He'd basically beaten me up, and for the next 2 days I couldn't walk because he destroyed my legs, destroyed my arms. But for that 1 second submission,
that's it.
It's so special to me, that one moment. And as you said, the last point in my career where I potentially wasn't going to be a fighter for the UFC. Fast forward 9 years later, and I was still there.
Nice.
Talk to me about what he does so well. We're talking about Alex Pereira, who's used to coming the other way.
Yep.
How is he making him go to where he wants him to go in order to then dip and rip?
Well, he's doing a lot of really smart stuff. So Pereira predominantly goes back and forward a lot. He's very tall for the weight, puts his weight in his back foot. And from the southpaw stance, what he's doing is coming off centre and then in, which is what you should do against someone who has that ploddy, no, I wouldn't say it's ploddy kind of, but that forward motion kind of slow footwork like Pereira's got. Because you don't want to be on that centre line with this man. Like, if this guy hits you, that's it. Let's talk a little bit about the way that he sets up. I feel like we've broke him down on this show 20 times. He's that active.
Rip and repeat.
So, yeah. One of the things that I like, so if you switch to southpaw there, Paul, he has a really good calf kick, Pereira, but it doesn't work as well against the lefties. because that's going to get checked, and that's not going to be too fun. So a lot of the times he'll set the left hook up with this, with the jab to the body to bring the hands down, and then when they start bringing the hands down, he'll come up with this. But this isn't all he's good at. Do you know what I mean? He's good at a lot of things. One of the things that he's really good at is he's got his weight back constantly in his feet, so he's never overcommitting too much with his strikes where he's going to get hit. He's always kind of here, flicking this, and just pinging them with these long levers that he's got. Because what's his reach? 79. Super long for... my reach is 76. Yeah. I'm taller than him, so his arms are pretty long for his size as well. So when he throws his hook, he throws it like long as well. So you can get it from like a jabbing or a kicking distance. Well, he don't throw a short hook, he throws it really long. And it's...
So see the calf kicks that we seen Ankalaev go the draw, because he's got a draw on his record, and it's against Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was through the calf kicks.
Yeah.
So if I'm Pereira, I'm looking at that and think, this is my route to victory. I'm going to try and slow him down.
He didn't really do that the first time, though, did he? You are right about that. I forgot about that one. Yeah,
and because you see it here where he's
just blasting the leg.
Yep, he's forcing Adesanya to respect the kicks, and as you're saying, that low body shot, drop the hand so then he can set up that boom, that nice wide hook.
See, what he does really well as well, what I like about the way he throws the left hook is, if you look at the way he's setting up the left hooks for me, he just kind of opens. Yeah. And this is something that I love that he does as well. He does this really well. And I've not seen anyone really mention this. And it's really simple. I'm trying to use it myself, like I'm learning from watching this. When someone tries to grab him, what he does is he literally just snatches his hands down. Look, this is something that a lot of people do. Look, his hands are here. Yeah. Adesanya's trying to get like an overhook kind of thing on him. He's trying to tie him up into a clinch. He'll just snatch his hands down and step back. Look. And he'll strike off it a lot.
So there's nothing to grab.
It's really nice. I've never seen anyone really do it before, but I've seen him do it a few times and does it really well. Like he'll literally just step back, snatch his hands and then punch straight after it. It's really nice.
Smart.
But look, the left hook, see how he opens with it? Not a very nice spot to be in. I wouldn't fancy one of them, to be honest.
Do you think the respect that he had for Adesanya, like kind of put Adesanya, or disrespect, I'll say, because he never really allowed Adesanya to get that distance with the Adesanya legs to throw the kicks, whereas he just marched forward, throwing these calf kicks and the
I actually had a conversation with Izzy about it, and he basically said the calf kicks just absolutely killed him. Mm-hmm. He just said they looked like nothing. Yeah. He said I couldn't even put my foot on the floor. He said every time I went to step, my leg was just completely dead. You see it me doing it to Sean Strickland, and look, he comes down to the body with the jabs and then whips it up.
He's not throwing everything into him. They look like flicks from the outside looking.
They do, but they must be so painful.
I think it's a placement as well, because he's almost catching them on this joint. Yeah. Any higher than it's going to be onto the thigh or the knee, but he's catching them just right in the money. And I guess you're drilling something so much in your kickboxing career, you're going to land them.
Previous to this left hook, he landed the jab to the body, and now he's doing the same kind of motions that he's doing. Look, in a second, he'll look down this way. Mm-hmm. Then the jab, he'll have the motion of he's going with the up and he'll look like he's going to jab and then come up with the hook, which is something that he does really well. Look, there he looks like he's going to the jab. Boom. See Sean Strickland's hand come down to block the jab.
Oof. And it's that nice thumb up hook as well.
It's really, really wide hook. He's a dangerous man. He can win against anybody because he's so dangerous.
From a magnitude of fight now, if he doesn't win, what happens next? Because this feels like it's absolutely gigantic for Alex. Given his age and where he's at, this feels like it's a kind of a make-or-break moment for him.
I think he retires or he goes to heavyweight.
So there was that talk?
There was a lot of talk about him going to heavyweight, but like Adam said, I feel like if he's lost twice in 2 title fights against the same guy, he can only beat other contenders who he's basically already beat. There's not a lot of other... Maybe... He beat Yuri Prohaska twice, didn't he? Yeah. So there's not a lot of guys. Jamal Hill he beat, Khalil Roundtree he beat. A lot of the top contenders he'd already beat him. So what's he going to do? Just do rematches against guys he's already beat. So 38 years old, he might as well, in my opinion.
Take a shot at heavyweight?
Might as well.
I felt he was an oversized middleweight. He was big compared to all other middleweights. I think as a light heavyweight, I think he's just sized right. So as he's moving up with the bigger boys again, I believe it might just be a wee bit too much for him, and I don't think that power will transfer well. We're already seeing it's not transferred great up against guys like Ankalaev, right? He's had a few knockouts, but as he goes up the higher weights, these guys hit hard and they're looking to slug, whereas I don't think he's in that. He's not wanting that.
On the flip of that, if he wins, I mean, that's an unbelievable victory to get one back over the guy that has beaten him previously.
Definitely. I think he's definitely got a chance. I do think he's definitely got a chance, and I think he might be able to do it. But if you're asking me, if I was going to put money on it, I would go Ankalaev.
It's an easy shoot, isn't it?
I go with the stats. Go with the stats. Wide hooks in between, massive
Pickups and slams.
Paul's a bit heavy. He's put a bit of timber on since the last couple of weeks.
We've also got a fantastic co-main event as the defending bantamweight champion Merab Dvalishvili takes on Cory Sandhagen. And listen, Merab, I think he's front runner for Fighter of the Year, isn't he?
He's active. He's very active.
He's done Umar, he's done Sean in a rematch, and now he's taking on the number 4 in Cory Sandhagen. This is exactly what I want to see from my champions.
Let's talk about the crazy man.
Champ, man.
Let's talk about the crazy man. Merab. How many fights has he had this year? I feel like he's had 16 fights this year.
He's done Umar at the start of the year.
Yeah.
And then he had Sean in the rematch. This is his 3rd fight this year.
And we're not even at the end of the year.
Yeah,
squeeze at least 1 or 2 in after this, I reckon, before the end of the year. But the thing with Merab is, like, there isn't that much technicality to break down. He just flings in kind of wide hooks in between, massive
Pickups and slams.
Paul's a bit heavy. He's put a bit of timber on since the last couple of weeks. But in between kind of this and this blast double that he does, he just mixes them two up so well. And the thing with Merab is, if he misses one, see, if I miss a takedown, me personally, I've missed a takedown thinking, I better set that up better next time. I better move around. If he misses one, he's going back out. He's coming there. If he misses that one, he's stepping off. He's going... Like, the guy will not get disheartened from missing a takedown or missing a punch. And he'll just continue as well, just to put himself in the fire. Let's watch him anyway. He's a crazy man.
And as well
walking in with the wig.
I know, he's superb, fans' favourite. As well as that now...
He loves this, doesn't he? He loves this.
He's a showman. He's now becoming a finishing machine as well now, because one of his biggest criticisms was that it's always going to be 25 minutes, it's always going to go the distance. Yeah, it's entertaining, but we want to see finishes. And last time out, obviously, against Sean, he managed to get that finish. So hopefully that's the sign of things to come.
Like, as a fighter myself, and I'm sure you can back me on this, Paul, is like, everything he does is with 100% intensity. So he's basically sprinting. Look, if you just watch his movements and stuff, look, his shoulders are up, so he's quite tense. He's throwing, like, with his hips, turning them in, and everything's, like, quite stiff and tense, but he's just maintaining it 5 rounds. I don't know how he does it. It's unreal. The forward pressure that he brings as well. Look, another takedown attempt. And he gets it. He's still getting it against these high-level Dagestani wrestlers.
Well, this for me is his best performance so far in the UFC.
You're unbelievable.
2 rounds down, and the way that he turned it up in the 3rd round, he just went through the gears. It was just truly sensational. Look.
Loves it.
Show me.
He's a crazy person.
But he's kind of evidence that this type of style can be super entertaining, because sometimes this style does come under a bit of criticism. We've had Hamzat's performance recently against Rikas, where he got a bit of critique off the back of it, and that's unfair, I think, from a Hamzat point of view, because he's a finishing machine. This guy, he's a heavy wrestler. It's a heavy wrestler base, what he's doing, but it is super entertaining, as you just said, showman.
As you said, Tom, it's that.
Look at this.
It's these shots, throwing these shots.
Yeah.
We no intent to actually land them, but he's getting in deep. And he's shooting he can shoot for a far distance, or he can shoot up nice and close.
Look at this one. Obviously, he comes under the short king category, being 5'3" or whatever he is. He's running him the length of the octagon here. Look.
Yep. For almost the centre.
He's doing like a 40-yard dash with him,
And
like
pick
with him on his shoulder.
It's
ridiculous. I absolutely love watching him. I absolutely love watching him because he's just constantly going.
And here he goes.
He has got some weird submissions on his arsenal.
That is weird. What would you call that, Paul, as a submission expert?
Ninja.
I would call it a ninja choke
South,
as well.
North-south
ninja choke. I don't know. Started off as like a ninja choke, and then
Yeah, but he's imposing as well. Look at the strength and the squeezing power to grab somebody's neck like that and then just to roll them over and then impose your will on them.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've seen a point here with Sean O'Malley as well where he kind of like didn't really want it. He didn't really want to be in there anymore.
I guess it's hard if you've already done 25 minutes with this guy and know what he's capable of over 25 minutes to do another 25 minutes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be excited to do it again. Definitely not. I wouldn't want to fight him. No chance.
Shall we have a look at the other fella?
Cory, I think it is a tricky fight for him. It is tricky. Cory Sandhagen's very, very good. One of my favourite fighters to watch in the UFC, actually. I think what he does really well is his distance management. He's 5'11". Still a short fella, but not... You know, how much taller is he than Merab? 5 inches?
Yeah.
I would say just to eye measure.
Can I just point out, 5'11" is not short, mate.
No, it isn't, but it's...
I'm 5'11".
It is quite short. So what he does really well is he makes the angles, which is going to be really interesting to see how Merab gets on with that, because he'll hit and he'll switch to southpaw, body kick. Something else that he does really well is he'll switch and he'll do the flying knee, or he'll fly a knee from the... Like, what he does really well is just makes that space. The opponent comes, boom, and he goes there, and he does really nice submissions off his back. See him get a heel hook a couple of times. We see him take people down himself. So there's a lot of facets to Cory Sandhagen's game. It's just, can he do that when this crazy person is going at him for 25 minutes? That's going to be the hardest thing for him.
Is that the gap that you saw with this? That knee up the middle when Merab's shooting, is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, because we know what Merab wants. He wants to take you down. And I think that if you're exposing yourself to go this low, and as you pointed out, that knee's coming right up the middle.
Yeah,
that should be a weapon. My only issue with that is if you get taken down off that, you're not in a great position to take a knee, to take your opponent down. So Sandhagen could end up on his back here by throwing that knee and then have to work. And it's going to be hard for you to get Merab off you if you're on your back.
Something else that I'm really impressed with is the distance management of him, which is going to set up the things like the knees. And Cory Sandhagen, he's got really good eyes. The space that's kept between him and his opponent constantly, it's perfect. His fight IQ is really high. His decision-making is really, really good. And if he does that, look at the distance there between him and his opponent. Like, if Merab shoots in that with one of those long-range shots, he is open for a knee. He is open for it. Because he controls that distance so well between him and his opponent, he's really light on his feet, he's really fast. He makes the decisions really well.
And his output is incredible as well for going up against somebody like Merab, who we all speak about his output being incredible. Sandhagen is the same.
Well, he's constantly on the move. Constantly on the move. Look, we can see it here against Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar, he's got that short distance. Wrestling, striking style similar to Merab.
It's that distance again. See how he's just moving away. He's not going back in straight lines. He's cutting nice angles. There it is there. Boom.
Can you see Cory winning over 25 minutes? Or if he wins, do you think he has to stop Merab?
He has to stop Merab. If he beats him, it's going to be something like this. It's going to be a wheel kick. It's going to be an elbow. It's going to be something that we go, oh my God.
Right.
It's not going to be a Cory Sandhagen goes 25 minutes, out-grapples him, out-strikes him. That doesn't happen.
So there you have it, boys. UFC 320 in a nutshell. Mr. Craig, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having
me. Can you
me.
do me a favour? Can you come back for UFC 321? He says he doesn't like talking about himself. We're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do it, mate. Because obviously, the next time we're here, it's the big one. You're back in action, pal. Looking forward to it?
Very much so. We're almost there, mate. We're almost there.
Almost there, indeed. Make sure you tune in this weekend on TNT Sports and Discovery+. 1 o'clock is when the prelims get going. 3 o'clock is when that main card gets going. It's the light heavyweight championship of the world and the bantamweight championship in the UFC. Do not miss it.